Thank you so much for joining me today on the new, fresh, refreshed topic called resilience. The word itself is not new, and maybe some of the topics or the phrases or the aspects of this episode may remind you of another episode. I typically don't copy and paste anything from previous episodes. They are all original. As I mentioned also in other discussions, I have cited what drives me, what is my currency. But more importantly, neither you or I can be repeated. We're all unique like that, not special, but we are constructed uniquely by the Creator that brought us here. So I'm not out to be repetitious and give you the same message every day in the same way. It is the same message about how important I feel resilience is to me. I just hope it resonates with you as vital, as a value statement or a value overview of what you do and what you don't do. Now, I've taken the time to define the terms, according to me, that make sense in terms of activating the resilience quality that we all have within us. Each and every one of us has this. Yes, just like that very simple and essential input, the air, the light, the blood, the heart, the heartbeat, the spirit. We all have that. But many of us, including yours truly, have deprioritized that, have put that on the back shelf, or have totally forgotten about it while I went on doing the things that I wanted to do over these past 6 decades. But maybe through the initiation or the establishment of this podcast over the past couple of years, it's given me an opportunity to revisit that knowledge that was deposited in me, that education that was installed in me and you since birth, with then the new, for me, realization that all I need to do, not just be quiet, sitting on a rock in the desert, but having the opportunity and the awareness to witness, to observe, and to let that observation communicate to me, and then for me to communicate that back out to whoever I run into on my journey. Now, every day is not going to be sunny and bright and clear. Some are going to be dangerous and deadly, dark and stormy. So besides what day you're facing now, I mention this only because it helps me to reorient, reframe, reset, refresh, not ever going backwards. We must all, every day, move forward with a new re-up, if you will, of the energy and the light and the love that none of that did we or can we ever create. That part was done for us. So, what would be our responsibility and accountability for this distribution of life? What do we do with that? Just say, oh man, I'm great. Kick back, have some Doritos and Coke on the couch. Which is totally fine if that's what you like to consume. But how about this for a further part of this analogy? If that is what you consume, what do you think will come out of that? What will you produce from that consumption? We are all consumers. Very few of us have taken the time to actually and actively produce from the inputs of the day. There's no shame here or no guilt or blame or pointing of fingers. What I'm suggesting to you today is to not so much regulate or govern, but consider actively what it is that you do consume each day. And as a check and balances process, what do you produce from that ingestion? Is it just for fun and games, for giggles and shits? Literally? Or what you consume, can you actually see not just a result, the process of the production on a regular basis from whatever you consume? Let's stick here with this particular episode. You're taking in these words from this guy you've never met on this subject that is probably not foreign to you, but a way that I'm putting it to you is slightly different from anyone else you've ever heard about discussing resilience. Okay. Is it just for curiosity, which is fine, but does your curiosity lead you to take the input and produce something from it? If not, then this conversation with me is probably fruitless or bad juice or rotten. That's fine. It's not my intention to provide you or put in your smorgasbord menu for the day something that will turn your stomach or your nose up or turn you off from having this kind of conversation. My intent is always to present to you something of value. Value meaning something you can take as a raw input, as a part of maybe of your raw desire. I'll come back to that in a second. Maybe it does feed into that funnel for you at your raw input or raw desire level. Because I do want to restate and reorient you on one or two of those process models for life that's in every episode and definitely in the book, Resilience, the Beauty of Presence. So that input at the base level, the baseline level, starts with that desire. That for me must grow into a discipline, must then grow into a drive. And then I correlate those 3 Ds, desire, discipline, and drive, into what I hope can start forming in your mind, in your heart, what is your beauty. And that is what I hope you will present as and in your presence. Until next time, stay safe, stay current, stay positive, stay present. And remember, wherever you are in this world, it is always 820.